You have just booked a ticket to the semi-final by beating Simple and company, despite dropping a big lead on map 2. What happened on Anubis?
Ancient, you mean?
Ancient as well.
Yes, I was like, don't worry, I got you, don't worry. Yeah, no, obviously we had a strong start. We had a good game plan. Ancient is a map we're more confident on, and they don't seem to be too confident on. They lost Heroic in a kind of a deep fashion, I guess, in terms of the scoreline. So I think we're more confident like going into the map, and yeah, we had a strong T side. It was like 11-4 half for us. Like that's obviously like a game we probably should be going and running away with. But yeah, no, on the CT side, they had like a lot of good read, they had a lot of good calls. Unfortunately, I feel like I made like a lot of big mistakes on the B site that kind of costed us a little bit, and this is something I need to kind of just make sure I don't do again. You know, since I just got to reassure myself. You know, and yeah, you know, they had good reads, they had good calls. I think there's some mistakes from us that cost us the rounds where I feel like we could have won like 16-10, and we just lost those rounds, and they kind of just snowballed, and they're able to have the great calls, and they're able to just overcome and win.
What was said in between the Ancient and the last map after such a tough loss?
I think like with that, I think it was pretty much just straight like just forget about the map right now. Don't really talk about it. Don't talk about any mistakes or like how we lost. We're still in the series. It's Mirage. Mirage is a map we're more confident on, and we played them in the past. I think we were able to beat them pretty convincingly before in like a previous event. So yeah, we just needed to just focus on Mirage, and that's what we did, and we were able to come out on top.
Do you think that's an aspect you have improved on from last year's Liquid roster?
Yeah, of course. I feel like mentality has always been the biggest issue with Liquid and the players, and we just need to make sure that we always stay in it, and you know, and always just be confident no matter what happens. Counter-Strike is a round-by-round game. Things aren't going to go your way. Some things are going to happen. It's going to be ridiculous, you know, and it's like you're going to lose the round, and that stuff happens, and we all just need to realize that happens. We just need to keep playing and keep on going.
It ended up being a bit scrappy in the end, but on paper, it looked like the perfect veto for you guys today. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, we had like pretty good veto. I mean, we initially thought they were going to pick Inferno, but they ended up going with Overpass. I think we scrimmed them on Overpass a little bit before, and I think they destroyed us on it. So I think they're more confident picking that instead of Inferno. And I think we never really believed that we have too many issues on Overpass. We believe we just had some bad results, but in scrims we feel like we have good ideas and a great way to play the game on Overpass. And yeah, I think it showed, and I think they're caught off guard a little bit by it. And yeah, hey, like we beat them on their map pick, and we just fumbled on ours, you know. So overall, the maps were all in our favor, and you know, unfortunately, one didn't go our way, and that's just how it is. And in the end, we're able to close it out, and that's all that matters.
Your T side looks to be the deciding factor today. Was it just a Nitro masterclass or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I know Nitro was having like a lot of good kills and a lot of impact. Merrick's Yakinder was having a lot of impact, finding his ways, you know, and like when especially your IGL is confident and he's hitting his shots, like that's like a huge bonus for the team. And yeah, and OC was playing phenomenal on the last map I saw, and I know at times he feels like he's not playing at his best, and you know he showed and he proved that he could do it. And on the last map he did. He played really well. I kind of took a little bit of a backseat, but. Yeah, you know, that's fine with me as long as we're winning. I want to win, so yeah, no. Props to all my teammates. I think they played really well, and yeah, in the end, as a team, we played really well.
Going to the CT side, do you think it would be more difficult to play the CT now with more and more players going for the more expensive M4A4, with sometimes lacking utility and other stuff?
I mean, I don't think there's too much of a difference. It's more. I guess it's just more about like the bullets. You know, it's like if you're hitting sights and you know the 30 bullets compared to the 20 is going to be a massive difference. So if you have the 20, you really got to make sure you secure your kills, and 30 bullets will give you a lot more second chances for more kills, of course. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's too much of a difference right now. I think it's very balanced. I think I saw an interview with Rain, and he said it's very balanced, and I agree with him. I think it's very balanced right now. It's hard to. It's not. You don't really see the one side at all. Everyone's switching to the M4 because the M4 that A1 got changed. So yeah, I think it's really balanced. So I think it's in a really good state right now. So yeah, we just have to kind of see what happens next year, I guess.
My last question: OG is now the only thing that stands in the way of you booking a spot in the grand final. How do you see that matchup against a very well-playing OG side?
Yeah, I mean, if I recall, I don't even remember if we've ever even played OG in the officials, really. I don't really recall. And yeah, no, I mean, obviously they're in the semis already for a reason. They're playing really well. I'm sure they wanted to prove a lot of the doubters wrong and all that. So, yeah, you know, we can't underestimate them even though they have a lot of inexperienced players. But, you know, we just need to just play our game and just, you know, just see what happens. And again, yeah, I guess we maybe have more of the experience edge over them, so I guess, hey, we'll see. And then again, we have never played each other, I don't think, if I recall, so we'll have to just wait and see how it goes.